And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Tony Sparks, White Boy Fresh, singles action here on MPWF Smackdown. Both men starting off with a tie-up. Sparks responds with a beautiful backbreaker, and now dropping an elbow. Tony Sparks, this is interesting. Both men here are coming from former tag teams who in fact have faced each other. This is not the first time Tony Sparks and White Boy Fresh have competed with each other. In fact, Superstardom has actually competed with the Mass Murderous Malicious Intent for the Tag Team Championships. And it's interesting that these two were the two members of each team that hadn't won a singles championship. And then you had White Boy Fresh partner Sean Stevens, who became a former hardcore champion, and Tony Sparks partner Craig David, who's a former internet champion and is currently in the final of the Smackdown Championship tournament. Tony Sparks was turned on by Craig David and has always felt bad at the fact that he was turned on him and Craig David was successful. Craig David said that Tony Sparks was the reason that his team failed, and quite frankly, it kind of has been. Tony Sparks, since becoming a single superstar, has failed to be as successful as Craig David, and that is always going to be a hole in his heart. That's always going to bother Tony Sparks until he wins the big one, until he wins the championship. He almost won last week, and now he takes down White Boy Fresh, throwing him into the turnbuckle, and now setting up for what looks like a snake eyes, and yes, he connects. White Boy Fresh, same thing. He was drafted to Smackdown, and his partner Sean Stevens was drafted to Nitro during the brand separation, the brand extension. And Sean Stevens, former hardcore champion, won more tag team titles. Sorry, not one more tag team titles. Is just a former hardcore champion. What am I talking about? I'm a little ahead of myself. And White Boy Fresh has just been stuck to being the tag team champion with Sean Stevens too, and a kick out there. So I mean, these guys really want to prove to the world that they have what it takes to make it in the singles ranks in the MPWF. What a beautiful crossbody by Sparks. 1, 2, and Tony Sparks, I would say, has done that more out of the two. Tony Sparks, just like Craig David, was a heel coming in as the MPWF show appeared on YouTube, and has slowly become a face, has slowly gained the respect of the fans as he stood up to the MPWF champion, the God of War Apollo, and he went toe-to-toe, head-to-head, and almost came out on top in becoming the MPWF champion. But White Boy Fresh with a beautiful carbon elbow tie-up, and then a switch, now setting up into a beautiful back suplex. That's what I'm talking about. How many times did you see John Cena use a back suplex? Not very many. That's why White Boy Fresh is more athletic than he is. And now White Boy Fresh with a cross backbreaker, completely stretching the arms, and Tony Sparks quickly throwing White Boy Fresh away, but White Boy Fresh responds with a punch to the face. These guys are both in the Cruiserweight division, so they could challenge for the Cruiserweight title too against our new SmackDown Tag Team Champion, Kid Mysterio. By the way, if you want to check out SmackDown results, Nitro results, Metal results, go to our webpage, mpwf.webs.com. I'll keep plugging that website in throughout this entire show because you guys need to check it out. Join the forums, talk about your favorite superstars, Tony Sparks and White Boy Fresh. And now Tony Sparks with a beautiful swinging neckbreaker taking down White Boy Fresh. I think this could possibly lead to a #1 contendership match for the United States Championship between these two. And what a beautiful Fujiwara armbar by Tony Sparks. We saw him utilize this move effectively against Craig David in their quarterfinal matchup. And now Tony Sparks on the top rope, setting up for a beautiful moonsault, and he connects, hits down White Boy Fresh. Will he go for the cover? No one said he decides to pick him up. And now what is this? Taz capture, suplex. Beautiful wrestling maneuver by Tony Sparks. Just absolute pure precision and preciseness when he connected with that. And now he's setting up for something else. And ladies and gentlemen, here it comes. Sparks effect, that jumping leg breaker, a famous-esque move, and now going for the cover. 2, 3, I think it is over, and yeah, it is. Tony Sparks is victorious. What a match, what a contest for Sparks. Chalk up another win for this kid. Tony Sparks is really improving in the MPWF. He is proving to these people that he is not a man to be messed around with. Tony Sparks is looking to finally achieve his goal, his dream of becoming MPWF champion. As it always is in the MPWF, it's time to move on. Tyrone Fitzgerald vs. Jason Rage in the final, semi-final matchup of the MPWF Smackdown Championship Tournament. But hold on a second, that's Tendanciz. Tendanciz making his way to the ring. He's not scheduled for a matchup tonight. I am not sure what Tendanciz is doing here, but he's coming down the aisle, and this crowd is loving it. They want to see what Tendanciz has to say. Tendanciz was in another phenomenal Smackdown matchup in the WrestleMania rematch against Jason Rage last week, where he just came up short. Against Jason Rage. I'm guessing Tendanciz might want to speak about what happened, and possibly about how his future is going to play out here in the MPWF.